Hello, I welcome you to ICS Mahesh PU College Dharwad to the Department of Chemistry. Dear students, we were discussing the topic the solid state. In our previous class, we had discussed about the classification of crystalline solids. Dear students, crystalline solids are classified on the basis of the intermolecular forces and the constituent particles. So, classification were made as molecular solids, ionic solids, covalent solids and metallic solids. So, dear students, in the next slide we are going to discuss about the crystal lattices and the unit cell. In this particular discussion, we are going to understand the internal structure of the given solid. We are going to understand about the position of constituent particles and many more things in the slide, dear students. Let us understand our first concept, the crystal lattice and the unit cells. So, what is a crystal lattice, dear students? A crystal lattice or space lattice is a regular three-dimensional arrangement of lattice points in space. Dear students, you can imagine a crystal lattice as a big crystal of a solid. Big crystal of a solid, it is called as a crystal lattice or a space lattice. It is a regular three-dimensional arrangement of lattice points in space. Dear students, how you can imagine a solid? Solid is imagined by as constituent particles, say it may be atom, molecule or ion. They are present at a particular position held through a kind of intermolecular forces. So this, when repeats, this way of arrangement when repeats, okay, will be called as a crystal, and generally we call it as a crystal lattice, dear students. Okay, so next part what we have to understand is the unit cell, dear student. I'll explain what is again the crystal lattice, dear students. A unit cell, I can say a number of unit cells will make up a crystal lattice, or you can also call or you can also understand it as crystal lattice is made up of unit cells. It is the smallest unit of crystal lattice which when repeated in different directions give the crystal lattice. Let us understand, dear student. Okay, dear students, you can see this is the image of a crystal lattice or a space lattice. What is it made up of? It is made up of, you can see these sphere balls are, you can imagine as a constituent particles, and these lines you can imagine as a intermolecular force. Dear student, diagrammatically we can call these spheres as the lattice points, dear student, okay, held through a bond. Okay, try to understand, dear students. If this is a crystal lattice, okay, it is made up of lattice point. Then what is this lattice point, dear student? You can understand lattice point is a position in the solid in which the constituent particles are present. Constituent particles are present. Dear student, try to understand. If this is a solid, if these are lattice points, then what you can imagine? At this point you can imagine a constituent particle. Okay, and then what these lines do explain? I have told these lines will explain the intermolecular forces. Okay, so if this is written, if this diagram is written in the page, these points are called a lattice point. Okay, and if it is imagined, this is a big crystal and these are the constituent particles. Then look at this, dear student, unit cell. See, a small box like thing is there. Okay, this is called a unit cell. See, this kind of box like structure, okay, it is called cube. This cube you can repeat, you can see there is a repetition like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. You can imagine 8 such cubes, dear student. So what you need to understand, a unit cell is the smallest unit of crystal lattice, which when repeated in different direction gives the crystal lattice. Say unit cell make up the crystal lattice. It is arranged in all the three directions, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, dear student. Okay, so I hope you have understood what is crystal lattice, what is unit cell. Crystal lattice you can imagine as a big crystal. Lattice point you can imagine as a position in the crystal lattice on which the constituent particles are present. And unit cell, dear student, you can understand it is the smallest portion of the big crystal or crystal lattice, which when repeated will form the crystal lattice. I hope you have understood this, dear students. Let us go for the next slide. After understanding what is unit cell, let us understand the characteristics of unit cell. It is very simple, dear students. Only two characteristics. One is edge length. That is, see, these are the edges. And another one is interfacial or axial angle. You can see alpha, beta, gamma. Okay, so only two characteristics. One is edge length and another one is axial angle. Let us understand. A unit cell is characterized by, first one, its dimensions along the three edges A, B and C. A, B and C. Remember, these edges may or may not be mutually perpendicular. Okay. Number two, angles between the edges. See, angle between the edges. There is an angle between the edges. It is called as axial angle or interfacial angle also you can say. Three dimension, therefore three angles. Okay. It is alpha. What is alpha? It is between B and C. It is between the edge B and C. Okay, beta. It is between the edge A and C. Gamma. It is between the edge A and B. Thus, dear student, a unit cell is characterized by 6 parameters: A, B, C, alpha, beta and gamma. Two characteristics, that is edges and axial angle. These three are the edges, these three are the axial angles. Okay. Next, in this slide, dear student, we are going to understand the classification of, dear student, the classification of unit cell. If you have understood unit cell, then the unit cell must be classified. Unit cells can be broadly divided into two categories, that is primitive and centered unit cell. You know that, your biology student, you know that, dear student, primitive means first formed and centered unit cell. Let us understand the first one, primitive unit cell. Okay, it is a type of unit cell formed when constituent particles are present only on the corners position of the unit cell. It is called as primitive unit cell. Dear student, if this is a unit cell, what you have to imagine, if this repeats, this form the crystal lattice or big crystal. Then it is shown in this arrow mark, these spherical balls are the lattice point. Okay, so if this is a unit cell, these are the lattice points, dear student. You can imagine, if you can imagine, the constituent particles are present here held through bonds. Okay, let us understand this again. A primitive unit cell is a type of unit cell in which the lattice points present only at the corners. Okay, if this is a cube, dear student, then cube will have 8 corners like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 and 8. 8 corners are there, and therefore 8 lattice points exist. So try to understand, dear student, a primitive unit cell is a one in which the lattice points are present only at the corners of the cube. So therefore try to understand here, there are 8 lattice points. Can you tell now, in a primitive unit cell, how many lattice points are there? You can now say there are 8 lattice points are there. Are you understanding? So if you imagine this primitive unit cell as a crystal lattice, how many constituent particles you can imagine right now? You can imagine, since there are 8 lattice points, you can imagine there are 8 constituent particles. So I hope you have understood the first one, dear student, primitive unit cell. Then it comes then we have to understand centered unit cell. It is very simple, dear student. Centered unit cell, in the sense, it is a type of unit cell in which, okay, the lattice points are present at the corners, and along with it, this is a primitive unit cell, dear student. Okay. Centered unit cells, dear students. Okay, I have mentioned, dear student, primitive unit cell in the sense, okay, it is a unit cell in which only corner positions will have a lattice point. Centered unit cell in the sense, just understand, centered unit cell in the sense, okay, when a unit cell contains one or more constituent particles present at positions other than corners in addition to those at corners, it is called a centered unit cell. Centered unit cells are of 3 types. Okay, understand this statement, dear student. Centered unit cells, in the sense, it is a type of unit cell in which, along with the lattice points present at the corners, there are few more lattice points present in any of the free spaces in the unit cell, dear student. Okay, so centered unit cells are further classified into different types. One of them is body centered unit cell. Okay, try to understand. Okay, body centered means, the name itself suggests, okay, it is a unit cell that contains one constituent particle. It may be atom, molecule or ion at its body center, besides the one are at its corners. So it is a centered unit cell, okay, in which it is a body centered. Why it is a body centered? It is a body centered unit cell because, okay, it contains lattice point at the corners, okay, and one more lattice point is present at the center. I have just made it in colored, okay, but they are same lattice point, dear student. So body centered unit cell, in the sense, okay, try to understand, lattice points are present at the corners. How many corners are there? 8 corners are there. Then how many lattice points present at the corners? 8 lattice points present at the corners. So one more lattice point is present at the center. Okay, so totally in a body centered unit cell there are 9 lattice points. How you can imagine this body centered? You imagine a cube or a box, and inside there is a place which you can imagine as a lattice point. So simple, body centered unit cell is a type of unit cell in which the corner lattice points, okay, along with the lattice points at the corners, there is one more lattice point present at the body center. So totally how many lattice points are there? 8 at the corners plus 1 at the body center. So therefore there are 9 lattice points, dear student. Okay, let us understand about the next type of centered unit cell, dear student. Second one is face centered unit cell. This is a type of unit cell which contains one constituent particle present at the center of each face, besides the one that are at its corners. Dear student, try to understand this one. See, it is a type of unit cell in which lattice points are present at the corner, and also they are present at the center of every face. How many faces are there? Try to understand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 faces are there, and on the center of each face there exists a lattice point. So totally there are 8 lattice points at the corners plus 6. There is 14 lattice points totally in this type of unit cell, dear student. Okay, third one, end centered unit cell. Okay, end center means, try to understand, it is a type of unit cell in which one constituent particle is present at the center of any two opposite faces besides the one present at its corners. So try to understand, simple it is. Okay, it is a type of unit cell in which lattice points along with lattice point which are present at the corners, along with that there are two more lattice point present on any two opposite faces. Since in this example, dear student, I have chosen these two as the opposite face, and on these two opposite faces there exist the two lattice points. So how many lattice points are there total? 8 at the corners plus 2 at the face centers which are at the opposite direction. So therefore there are 10 lattice points, dear student. Let us understand the next slide. So in the CET you are going to expect this particular point. Edge center unit cell. Edge center unit cell. What is edge center, dear student? It is a type of unit cell in which lattice points are at on every edges along with at the corners. So it is a type of unit cell, dear student. Along with the lattice point at the corners, there exists a single lattice point on every edge. What is the edge? This is an edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you count it, dear students, there are 12 edges in this particular cube. And you can understand, if this is an edge, on every edge center there exists a lattice point. So try to understand, 8 lattice points are at the corners, plus there are 12 edges, so 8 plus 12. Okay, so there are 8 plus 12, there are 20 lattice points in this, dear student. 20 lattice points. Okay, so let us understand the next one. Okay, so in our previous slide we had understood about the characteristics of the unit cell, dear students, that is edge length and the axial angle. So the edge lengths may be different, it can be different, axial angles can be different. So understand, there are 7 crystal systems: cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, hexagonal, rhombohedral, monoclinic, triclinic. Dear students, in the all examples of the diagrams, 3-dimensional diagrams what I have shown, they are cubic, dear students. Okay, so let us understand the characteristics of these 7 crystal systems. Okay, later I will tell what is Bravais lattices. So what are the characteristics? They are the geometrical figures. Characteristics will be according to the two properties. One is edge length and another one is axial angle. Let us understand the characteristic of a cubic crystal system. Cubic crystal system has a possible variation of 3. Has a possible variations of 3. It can be primitive, lattice points only at the corners, body center, along with the corners there exist as lattice point at the body center, face center, and third one is face centered cubic, means lattice point present at the corners and also present on the center of all the 6 faces. Okay, axial distance or edge length for this cubic crystal system is, it is all the 3 edge lengths are same, A equal to B equal to C. Axial angle or interfacial angle, that is alpha is equal to beta, which is equal to gamma, which is equal to 90 degree. Examples: sodium chloride, copper and zinc blend. Okay, so understand, in cubic there are 3 variations. Okay, tetragonal has 2 variations, that is primitive and body centered. Edge lengths will be A equal to B, which is not equal to C. Axial angle alpha equal to beta equal to gamma, which is equal to 90 degree. And examples: white tin, oxide of tin and calcium sulfate. Third is orthorhombic. Variations are primitive, body centered, face centered and centered. Axial distances are A not equal to B not equal to C. Axial angle alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma, which is equal to 90 degree. Examples: what type of solids? Rhombic sulfur, potassium nitrate. Hexagonal, possible variation is only one, primitive. Axial distance is A equal to B equal to C. Axial angle is alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma, which is not equal to 90 degree. And examples are calcite. Fifth is rhombohedral or trigonal. Possible variation is primitive. Axial distance A equal to B equal to C. Axial angle alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma, which is not equal to 90 degree. And examples are calcite. Monoclinic variation is primitive end center. Edge length is A is not equal to B not equal to C. Axial angle is alpha is equal to gamma is equal to 90 degree, but beta is not equal to 90 degree. Example comes monoclinic sulfur, that is sodium sulfate, decahydrate, and seventh last is triclinic. Possible variation is primitive. A is not equal to B not equal to C. Alpha is not equal to B not equal to alpha is not equal to beta not equal to gamma, which is not equal to 90 degree. Example potassium dichromate, copper sulfase pentahydrate. Dear student, this is you are going to expect this in competitive level. Okay, understand like this. There are 7 crystal systems which gives 14 possible arrangements, and hence all these arrangements are called as Bravais lattices. Understand? Bravais lattices in the sense there are 7 crystal systems which give rise to 14 possible arrangements, and these are called Bravais lattices. So 14 possible arrangements are called Bravais lattices, dear students. Okay, so dear students, we have understood in this discussion the crystal systems and a unit cell, the classification, the characteristics of a unit cell into edge length and interfacial angles, and the types of unit cells, mainly primitive and centered. Centered is of these types: face centered, body centered, edge centered, end centered. What you have to remember, dear student? Number of lattice points. The number of lattice points in primitive is 8, body center is 9, face center is 14, end center is 10, edge center is 20. You remember this, which will help you people in the next discussion. We are going to understand about the number of particles in a unit cell. Thank you, dear students.